Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Cover Wars. I'm your host, aJaX, and with me always is Seth. Seth, how's it going?
It's going. I apologize. I'm a little tired, but I'm good.
Oh, that's all right. We also have a very special guest today, Victor Higgins, SNL superfan and regular contributor to the Saturday Night Network, as well as the co-host to the terrific new podcast, Not Ready for Popcorn Players. Victor, how are you doing tonight?
Doing well. Great to see you again, aJaX, and great to meet Seth. And yeah, time to party.
Yeah, thanks so much for being on the show. And I got to ask, what will we be covering today on Cover Wars?
We'll be covering the 2015 classic Stressed Out by the one and only 21 Pilots.
Oh, yeah, let's do this.
My name's blurryface and I care what you think. Cover Wars, the podcast where we find you the top 3 covers of our popular song. We pull from a curated playlist of 20 different versions. We reveal our top 5 favorites, then we battle it out in a cover war, where we reveal what we've determined, culminating in the best cover ever of a popular song.
All right, so 21 Pilots and the song Stressed Out. Now, I know that your first choice from 21 Pilots was Ride. I didn't find enough covers of Ride, unfortunately, but just got to ask, why 21 Pilots and why the song Stressed Out?
That's a band that I think was probably like the height of my still young but young life. And they were those 3 songs they had, Ride, Stressed Out, as well as Heathens, like they were all over the place around I believe like 2015 to 2016, and I absolutely loved all 3 of those songs. It's ironic that those are the 3 songs that I like. I kind of claim to be a 21 Pilots fan, even though those are the 3 songs I really know of them.
It's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, and just I really like how, even though they kind of look, but both the people of 21 Pilots kind of look very, I guess, hard. They kind of put out like nice songs that really anyone can listen to, and they're not like extremely like filthy either. So I think it's a nice quality
Right.
to know.
Yeah, offline earlier, I was talking to Seth. I'm like, it took me a little while to get into them. This was a band I heard Car Radio first, and I didn't really enjoy it as much as a lot of people did off Vessel. I also, I remember hearing that song from Flowbots, and I'm like, it's kind of reminds me of them. And then, of course, 303, a little more raunchier into that, as you mentioned, how clean 21 Pilots were in comparison. But yeah, it grew on me, and then Blurryface came out and changed everything. And that album was actually my favorite of that whole year. It was so good. And I'm like, do I like alt rap now? I guess I do. Okay. So very great. It's an excellent choice. Great pick. And let's go ahead and get into our rankings now. We will get right into the rankings, starting with our top 5 favorites. And Victor, since you are our guest tonight, we'll start with you. What is your number 5 pick for your favorite cover of Stressed Out?
My number 5 is the one from Pinky Dread, and
My name's Blurryface and I care what you think.
All right.
that one I mainly picked just because I like really like the tone of it, and just like how it was in general. I thought it was a really nice vibe and nice flow to it, and yeah, even though I don't have a whole lot to say on it, I really did enjoy it. Really, all the covers that we have here, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really a bad one in here. Yeah, so Pinky Dread, this was from an album called From a Reggae Point of View, released in January 2023. Pinky Dread currently at 207,000 monthly listeners. He is George Henry from Falmouth, Jamaica, singer, songwriter, and producer, known for his soulful and upbeat style. Yeah, on the surface, you wouldn't think that this would work, but, you know, I really, really enjoyed it as well. Thought it was a great reggae cover. Seth, what did you think of Pinky Dread's version?
So I loved it. It was a fresh take, fun, refreshing, and just great in general.
Even the fact that it's like a reggae song to this like very non-reggae regular, I think that's really interesting, because I feel like all of these are like very different tones of the covers, and it made me glad I even chose this song. Well, my second choice, but still. And yeah, it's really nice. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's different and just a really, really cool take, really unique. All right, so Seth, let's get into your number 5.
I hope I'm reading this right. Is it Kurt Hugo Schneider?
So it's Kurt Hugo Schneider featuring Sam Choi.
Could turn back time to the good old days.
This was from an album called Kurt and Company Volume 5, released in November of 2017. Kurt Hugo Schneider, just shy of 1 million monthly listeners, is a highly successful YouTuber, musician, producer, and filmmaker. And then you've also got Sam Choi, also a singer-songwriter and video producer, rising to fame as an internet celebrity known for doing covers and music medleys of songs by pop artists. So, Seth, why did you like the Kurt Hugo Schneider and Sam Choi version so much you put it at number 5?
Really, it was the great instrumentation and the vocals together mixed. Just voila. I mean, it was awesome.
Right on. And so what about you, Victor? Did you enjoy that version as well?
I did. It's one that I didn't have a whole lot to point out, but it was a nice one. Another one that had like a great flow to it. And yeah.
All right. Very good. Are you guys ready for my number 5?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Number 5 for me is Social Repose.
Wish we could turn back time.
Social Repose with an a cappella version of the song. This is from a single released in April of 2016. Social Repose at 150,000 monthly listeners. He's a multifaceted alt-pop, sonic, and visual artist with a large online presence, very big on YouTube. I just thought this was an extremely impressive array of vocals and layered beatbox and sound effects with a female guest backup vocal who I could not find any information on who that was. But I love the passion and raspy growl texture to his voice, that low-pitch shift outro. Great stuff there from Social Repose, no stranger to our show. What did you think of that, Victor?
I really liked it. One of my favorite bands of all time is Pentatonics, and so singing a cappella version of this song was a very nice surprise. And I thought they did a really great job, especially with their way of doing background music. That sounded amazing. And yeah, it was like a really fun, and I enjoyed it. And needs to be more a cappella versions of all songs that aren't just Pentatonics. So yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I love the little fills that he puts in with his voice. Very cool stuff. So what about you, Seth? Did you like the Social Repose version?
I did enjoy it. However, I couldn't connect with it that well. And it's kind of odd because I really do dig the acapella ones. I feel like this song maybe didn't it lend itself to acapella as much, maybe. And that's why I didn't quite connect with it.
I see. And it could have just been like an experimentation for him. This was early Social Repose. We're talking 2016. So yeah, I'm more familiar with his, just last couple of years of work here too. So very cool. All right, we got our 5s. Let's get into the 4s now. Victor, what is your number 4?
I have one of quite a number of what seems to be ones where it's just a person and a guitar singing the song. And I have from Sierra Eagleson.
I found some chords in an order that is new. Wish I didn't have to rhyme.
Yeah, it was like really great, and so someone who I wanted to hear more from because I never heard of her before, and I definitely want to do my research after listening to her first out.
Yeah, great voice. This was originally released on an album compilation called Covers Volume 1 in May of 2025. Currently sits at 67,000 monthly listeners. She's also an Ohio-based singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist who has been shouted out by artists like Joni Mitchell and Lynyrd Skynyrd. Quite the array there. Yeah, I didn't appreciate this version as much the first time I heard it, but after multiple listens, I just began to pick up on those subtle nuances and tones that she was able to derive from her voice. Just a stark contrast, too, from the original. So I kind of liked how different it was. Seth, what did you think of Sierra Eagleson's version?
Yeah, there was a few acoustic takes, and I really did enjoy this one. It was beautifully sang. I just love this rendition, so great pick.
Very nice. All right, Seth, what is your number 4?
The Well Pennies.
When I'm on the same as to sleep.
All right, Well Pennies. Okay, so I'll give you some info on the Well Pennies here. Well, Pennies, this is from an album called Covers, released in October of 2020. They're sitting at 56,000 monthly listeners. It's a husband and wife folk pop duo consisting of Brian and Sarah Vanderpool, originally from the New England area, now based in LA. I personally thought this was going to be a little higher on my list. I won't tell you where I put it, but the rhyme structure took a little bit of a hit for me, and so that's why I don't have it as high as I did. Seth, why did you like them so much you had it at number 4?
So it was a piano heavy take. I really appreciated just it was like a gorgeous take. I mean, there was something about this that I really liked. Like, I don't know if it was the fact that they were singing together or whatever, but there's something just really infectious about this. There were a couple of very infectious ones for me, and this was one of them.
All right, Victor, what do you think of the Well Pennies version?
That's not one I really enjoyed. I did not know they were a husband and wife too, so that's really interesting. And it's like it's not one that had a great vibe to it. I could say Flow for Love, but I felt this one had a nice vibe to it that I really dug with, and I like Sierra Eagleton. It's another band I kind of have to see more of after checking this out.
Yeah, it was a chill take. I really like, the way their voices came together and their harmonies. They were really nice. But that you mentioned that piano, the outro of the song, that last like 30, 45 seconds really did it for me. I love the piano in there. All right, are you ready for my number 4?
Yes.
Okay, my number 4. I went ahead and went with Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox featuring Puddle's Pity Party.
When our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed.
So Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox, a well-known outlet for steampunk covers, but let's talk about Puddles. Puddles is Michael Geyer, best known as his Puddles persona, who sings as a clown in whiteface makeup, singing covers of popular songs, who made it to the quarterfinals of America's Got Talent in 2017. Also, of course, went on tour with Weird Al last year and is going back on tour with him this summer. I love Puddles. I said Piddles. I love Puddles Pity Party, whose amazing voice is on full display here, just crooning at the top of his lungs to a song you wouldn't think would fit with his style at all or his genre. But sure enough, it's fantastic for his sad clown persona, and he just really nails all the notes. I love how he's out of breath. So toward the end, it's kind of fun. Just a great cover all along. I loved it. What did you think of Puddle's Pity Party there, Victor?
It's another one that I love. Don't have a whole lot to know on it, but it's a really great song, and it's very interesting how it went. And hearing that he is with Blair Yankovic makes a lot of sense to the tone of this cover. But I give it a thumbs up.
Very nice. Seth, what did you think of Puddle's version?
I enjoyed it musically. It was very different from the other takes, and it stood out. I really enjoyed the heavy piano, the very hard hitting notes and everything, and there was something about that was special, I think.
I would have to agree. All right, we're going into our number 3s now. We'll start off with Victor. Victor, what is your number 3?
I have another, I believe, one where it's just a person playing some sort of instrument. I'll assume guitar, but it's from Tina Granis, I believe.
Blurry face and I care what you think.
I really like this one more than Sierra Eagleton because I feel like her voice kind of set the tone better for the song, unlike the other ones, and it really made me feel kind of having a throwback vibe to it, of like maybe something I might have see like a kind of cover that you'll hear in like some sort of like fantasy movie in a way, and I really appreciated that, and it's good stuff.
All right, good pick there. Tina Granis, no stranger to our show as well. This is from a single released in June of 2016. Is currently at 2 million monthly listeners. She's an American guitarist, singer, and YouTuber. Granis was also the winner of the 2008 Doritos Crash the Super Bowl contest, earning a recording contract with Interscope Records and having her music video played during the commercials of the Super Bowl 42 on February 3rd, 2008. Yeah, I thought it was a very pretty version. Subtle acoustic guitar, nice vocal echo effect going on there. Nothing too innovative here, but just sweet and subtle. Love her voice. Seth, what did you think of Tina Grannis' version?
So this was another acoustic take, and I really appreciated the layered vocals, especially on my headphones. I was just falling in love with this version. Great pick again.
Nice. All right, Seth, what is your number 3?
So my handwriting is really sloppy, so I hope I'm saying this right. SRTW.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days.
SRTW, that is correct. You got it absolutely correct. It's
All right.
SRTW, Neptune, and Soleon, I guess is how you would pronounce that. So this is from a single released in October of 2023. SRTW at 513,000 monthly listeners. Electro
Wow.
Chill Collective there. What did you like so much about SRTW?
Just great guitar. There's like a light, breathy version that I thought was very unique to this playlist, in my opinion.
All right, Victor, what did you think of SRTW?
This almost made my top 5. It was like, and
Wow.
there's like so many great ones, but like this almost made it. And yeah, because I just really, really like just the tone to all of this. Like, there's so many things about this I really love. I can't name it all. It had a lot to it that I really did, for sure.
Okay, so every show there's at least one surprise. I'm just like, really? This is the really for me. I am kind of shocked at this pick, actually, Seth. I thought this was just a half song. I mean, it has nice club vibes. I do like that. In fact, I listened to the music, and I swear that the backing music is a mashup to Maroon 5's Memories. So if you listen to it again, you'll be like, wait a second. Isn't that Memories by Maroon 5 playing in the background and they're just singing some of the chorus to Stressed Out over it? Because I really think that's what it is. Yeah, I did not appreciate this as much as you did, but that's why Cover Wars is so fun, because we get to see all the difference in perspective here. Yeah, I just thought it was more like a half club song than anything else. So I didn't think it was anything special, but I like that you chose it for your number 3 so we can get to talk about it.
It seems like our season 2, we've kind of grown apart.
I think we have a little bit. I'm definitely, yeah.
Hopefully you're not having
And so far, no matches. But are you guys ready for my number 3?
I got to know.
Lego.
Well, I only said so far no matches because we have a match. Sorry, Seth, not with you yet. But my number 3 is Pinky Dread.
Blurryface and I care what you think.
I love this version. In fact, we have had a good amount of reggae covers up to this point on our show, but I don't think anything has come as close as Pinky Dread's version of Stressed Out. And again, just a song you would not think on the surface would work. You'd be like, wait, a reggae version of Stressed Out? But yeah, it works. I thought it was great. It also has a like subtle female backing group vocal toward the end, which provided like a perfect hint of escalation. So that added to it. And then everything from the vocal effects to the horns, it all comes together. It just works so unexpectedly well as a reggae song. So yeah, I went with Pinky Dread.
I'm not the biggest reggae fan, but it made me kind of want to listen to reggae songs because again, it just had a very fun vibe too as well. Like just to like want to party with this music on and you'll just have a blast. It seems like a great summer song too as well. And yeah, just a lot of things about this that I really admire.
Yeah, it's all about the vibe. It's happy, you know. It makes you feel good when you listen to it. And that's what music should do, really. All right, so we're getting into our top 2s now. Here we go. Victor, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is by someone called Tazzy.
Sometimes a certain smell will take me back to when I was young. How come I'm never able to identify where it's coming from?
And this one, I was kind of flipping between this and my number 1 here, man, because I felt they were extremely good, but I didn't know again which one to really pick from because honestly, like this and my number 1 are kind of tied. And,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, this one I felt just had like a lot to offer from it that I thought was really good, and just a lot of it I really admired.
All right. Well, very interesting. Okay, so Tazzy is part of the song, but also Nico. So Nico and Tazzy. This is from a single released in December of 2022. Nico currently at 828,000 monthly listeners, but Tazzy, and this is shocking to me because I had never heard of Tazzy. Tazzy at 6.2 million monthly listeners. They're both known for their unique covers of popular songs. I did not love it as much as you did. I thought it was okay. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool, the little sped up version, the voice and everything. I'm interested to know what Seth thought of that. Seth, what did you think of Nico and Tazzy's version?
I thought it was an interesting version, but the vocals were kind of cartoony to me. I didn't quite dig the vocals that much, but there's not a bad song on this list. So I'm not saying like keeping any complaints upon it. I'm just saying it wasn't one of my favorites of all the lists.
I agree that there's not a bad one on here. So it's only like which ones are less good for me and which ones are the ones that I feel are better. But yeah, that's a great choice. Number 2, Tazzy, Nico and Tazzy for Victor. Seth, what is your number 2?
I'm really happy because if I'm doing my math right, it looks like this is going to be in the top 3. So we all agreed upon Pinky Dread.
When a mama sing us this thing, but now it's stressed out.
All right. Pinky Dread. Why did you like him so much? He's at number 2 for you.
It was refreshing. It was completely different than anything else on this playlist, and I love reggae music, so I really dug this from the first listen, and it just grew on me from there, and it was just more and more and more. Bring it on, I loved it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we all matched on one at least.
Yes.
I'm so excited to find out your number ones. But guys, are you ready for my number 2?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Time to roll.
Let's keep this match party going, okay? I really, this is one that I did not think that I would have as high as I did eventually as the list went along. I'm like, I have to put them at number 2 because it's so good. And that's Kurt Hugo Schneider and Sam Choi.
Turn back time to the good old days.
I thought this version was beautiful. So good. I loved the snare drum taps from the keyboard that Kurt Hugo Schneider was playing. Mm-hmm. But Sam's voice is the highlight here. I mean, that smooth vocal, it's just so dynamic, captivates you, commands your attention, and then it's just a perfect production too. The production quality on this track is so good. I was kind of blown away by it. I'm like, who are they? Who are these two, and why are they cooking with some of the best production quality I've ever heard? The one thing about this song that took me away from it at first was the hand claps, but the more I got into it, I'm like, okay, well, that's how he's finding the points in the song, because the song is so fast in parts. If he doesn't do the hand claps, he doesn't know where he left off. So it's like, it's important to the rhythm and the structure of the song when you've got somebody just doing snare taps and, some keyboards. So very, very cool. All right. It's all down to this. Going to find out our number ones now. Victor, I'm so excited to find out, what is your number 1?
Well, my number 1 is, funny enough, the number 1 also on the Spotify playlist, Bars and Melody.
Turn back time to the good old days.
And that's really just because it's just about it because I'm a big fan of the original, and that's pretty much the closest it came to the original, just like with a different person singing. And it's funny because when I first listened to this the first 2 times, I didn't really love it because the guy's voice, that was a little okay. But the more I listened to it, the more I just kept on vibing, the more I just kept loving his voice and all of it. I just thought it was really amazing factors into all of the song. And yeah, it's just really good stuff.
Great choice for number 1. This is from the album Covers, released in 2017. 157,000 monthly listeners. They just disbanded, though, unfortunately. They were an R&B and rap duo from Wales who finished 3rd place in 2014's Britain's Got Talent. They were actually the recipient of Simon Cowell's Gold Buzzer. And I thought this was a great version as well. It is, yes, the closest to the original, but I thought they do it justice. I thought it was just great. Capture every element of the original and in their own unique voice and style. So, Seth, what did you think of Bars and Melody?
I agree with you guys. This was definitely the closest to this, most similar to the OG. I appreciated the little differences, like you were saying, Victor. That's what stood out to me about this take. At first, I couldn't stand it because I was like, "What's this exact same song as the last one?" But the more I heard it, I was like, "Actually, they're onto something here."
Yeah, see, it's not the exact same. Very good choice for your number one. Okay, Seth, what is your number one?
I'm not sure about her name, but something for no one.
Better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice that sings some better words.
And Erica Hermsen. This is from an album called Ukulele Covers Volume 2, released in October 2016. Something for no one at 2,655 or 2,655 monthly listeners. And I can't find any information on either artist. Something for no one, Erica Hermsen. I looked up an Erica Hermsen and all I found was somebody who likes playing the guitar, but is also like a naturalist and founder of some forest school. I have no idea. So maybe that's her, and she grew up, had a family, and just decided to stop playing music for money. I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, you pick somebody with 2,655 monthly listeners. I thought this version had a nice little ukulele cover to it, accompanying vocal. But that's all I have in my notes. Victor, what did you think of Something for No One and Erica Hermsen?
This is one that I enjoy, but probably not as much as I kind of wish I did. And it I didn't have a whole lot to say. Very nice voice, but yeah, not a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. I mean, it's funny because a lot of these, the second and third and fourth times I listen to through the playlist, I start to warm up to a lot of them. Where this is one I really liked, and then the more I listened to it, the more I got pushed back, and I'm just like, eh. And then in my notes, it's funny you said that because in my notes I have it isn't as interesting as it deserves to be. Now I don't know what I meant by that, but that's what I came to. So very interesting. So Seth, we did match on a few. Victor, we matched on one. You guys ready to know what my number one is?
Yes,
let's do it.
Victor, we actually matched on two because my number one is Bars and Melody.
Had a better voice to sing some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new.
Yeah, I mean, this version, at first I didn't like it either. I was like, it's funny you mentioned his voice. I'm like, I don't know about this guy's voice. I'm like, what is this? And then the more I listen to the playlist, I'm like, this is the best version. It's just so cool. It's got so many different elements that make the song great. You got the sound, you got the attitude, the rap, the rhyme, the rhythm, the overall focus of the song. I feel it's the best tribute, but also the most definitive cover of the song, just complete with that pitch down reprise at the end. It just gives it that authentic flair and value to it too. Yeah, and the fact that they're from Wales, so the voice, I'm just like, oh, maybe it was just the accent that I was hearing. But yeah, sad that they just broke up. I wish they would have stayed back and stayed together, but it'd be interesting to see what they do with their solo career. So yeah, I had Bars and Melody at number one. So we did have some matches along the way. So what we like to do now is do some honorable mentions. So Victor, we usually do a 10 through 6. Did you have that many, or did you just want to name a few?
I'll just name a few.
Go for it.
Did we talk about Nashville Sessions already, or no?
We did not. No.
Oh no, yeah, that's my favorite one, and one of my favorite honorable mention. I had Fear.
Okay.
And that's another one that, again, another great tone, great vibe, great all of it too. This one, and
that's also featuring vocalist Ben Schuler. Ben Schuler's his name. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just another great one from this, and I liked it a lot.
Any other honorables?
I have one from Alyssa Poppin, which is
Alyssa Poppin.
I love that last name, by the way.
Yeah, it's perfect, right?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I really liked her vocals here. Like, I felt like she did this really nice. And another one I want to shout out is one from Two Punks. And maybe just because they have one section where they say, where they kind of scream, "I don't care what you think." And I believe another song also has that. I should you know about that. Another song has that way where they just kind of go like call from oh, like, I don't know. They can't you think? And that was a nice
Yeah,
surprise. But,
it was like at the end of the song too, so that made it even more of like a stamp. It was kind of cool. I like
Mhm.
that a lot. Yeah, that's a take where the more I heard it, I'm like, wow, this is way better than I thought it was the first time I heard it, and then the second time and the third time. So
and
very cool.
one
Yeah.
last one I had is from Scott Bradley. Was he the one that kind of had the Broadway one? Just like
Yeah, so
he's
that's with
back in that.
Puddles. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's not one. Just in a way, it kind of sounds like he's doing like a comedic version of it. The song. And I think that's a great compliment because I really admired it because this is not one I actually kind of like hated at first, but the more I watched it, the more I just like I get this.
Oh, I totally understand. So this was prior to his AGT performances, and it really he kind of changed that up. He did have like that comical satirical thing you could kind of read through a little through his facial expressions and stuff a little bit, but then he started growing into more of a non-ironic approach, and that's when he started really getting more successful with him. So it's an interesting dynamic. This was before all that. This was prior to his AGT performances. So very cool. All right. Good honorables there. So that's going to help us out in determining our quintessential top three. Seth, real quick, if you want to run through your 10 through 6 on your honorables.
Yes, I'd be glad to. Keena Grannis at number 10.
Nice.
9, I had Two Punks in Love.
Very good.
At 8, I had Our Last Night.
No stranger to our show. They're probably on it the most. I think every show we have Our Last Night popping up in there somewhere. Yep.
Then I had Sierra Eggleston.
Nice. Okay.
And 6 was Alyssa Poppin.
Alyssa Poppin. All right. Very cool. Both matching in the honorables as well. All right. So my 10 through 6, real quick. I've got at number 10, Alyssa Poppin. So I just thought that was a really cool version of the song as well. My number 9, Keena Grannis. So we see a theme here. We're starting to pick the same in the honorables. My number 8, Sierra Eagleson. So I was kind of like, I almost felt bad I didn't have a female vocalist in my top 5. And I'm like, are they better than the ones I have in my 5, though? I'm like, I'm going by the ones that I think are the best. So I got to go by that. But the Well Pennies is number 7. That one I just kept moving up. It actually became in top 10 and then close to entering the top 5. And the one that just missed is the aforementioned Our Last Night. I couldn't put this one in the top 5, though, because I wanted that second verse to be cleaner, and that's when they did the post-hardcore screamies. I wish they would have kept that in to the end. And as they've gone along and they've gotten used to doing the covers over the years, they've started to do that more and more, where they save the screamies to the end. So that was the only reason it didn't hit my 5, because I'm like, oh, but I wanted the same nose line to be clear and not growly and screamy. So very cool. So we've got a little bit of a cover war here to go with our theme of our show on Stressed Out. I will mention right off the bat, I'm sure Seth is working on it here, but Pinky Dread, that's the one that all three of us matched in our top 5. Victor had it at 5. Seth had it all the way at 2. I had it at 3. Pinky Dread. And then, of course, Bars and Melody.
Mm-hmm.
Victor and I both had it number 1. So these are the two right here at the top of the show that I am going to struggle with, because Seth didn't have it anywhere in his top 10. So Seth, I need to hear from you. What do you think about Bars and Melody?
It needs to be in the top 3. I don't know about the position yet, but we can work with that.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know, keep in mind we do give extra weight to our guests, and Victor's number 1 as well as mine.
Sure.
So okay, so who's the other one in the conversation right now? Because we're looking at, I know Kurt Hugo Schneider and Sam Choi, but that was not in Victor's list.
Yeah.
But we both had it in our top 5. So if I'm here's what I'm thinking, okay? The one that hit our top, Pinky Dread. I keep going back to Pinky Dread, but I'm like, maybe Pinky Dread should be number 2 and Bars and Melody should be number 1.
That's fine.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
And I really think Pinky Dread should be number 2, and then Kurt Hugo Schneider and Sam Choi at number 3. Victor, what do you think about all this?
No complaints. No complaints. It all makes sense based off what the three of us have talked about.
Okay.
For all this. So yeah, makes sense to me.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and stamp that. And I'm going to give you now our top 3 quintessential versions of Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. At number 3, Kurt Hugo Schneider and Sam Choi. At number 2, Pinky Dread and the number 1 version of Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. Bars and Melody. Bars and Melody. Okay. So that is our cover war. We're going to talk a little bit more now about the song itself, Stressed Out. And anytime you want to jump in, if you got anything to mention, Victor, please do. This is just kind of like a short little synopsis of the song. So Stressed Out is a song written and recorded by American musical duo 21 Pilots, produced by Mike Elizondo, and recorded at studios in LA and in London. Somebody gave him some money. It was released as a promotional single from their 4th studio album, Blurryface, in 2015, on April 28th, 2015, through Fueled by Ramen. The song later impacted U.S. radio as the album's 4th official single on November 10th. Elizondo initially took issue with the nature of the song's lyrical content. Chill out, Mike, but relax after lead vocalist and songwriter Tyler Joseph explained the larger album concept. Yeah, see, it's conceptual. That's who Blurryface is all about. So Stressed Out is a mid-tempo, alt hip-hop, alt rock, and rap rock song. I don't know about the rap rock. I'll be hesitant on that genre title, but elements of psychedelic music. Okay, a little bit maybe. The track is built from synths and a Caribbean-style keyboard, and maybe, just maybe, that's why Pinky Dread's version works so well for us, alongside rapping vocals by Joseph. So, trivia time now. Victor, are you ready for your trivia question? Here we go. At the 59th Annual Grammy Awards held in February 2017, Stressed Out was nominated for Record of the Year and Best Pop Duo Group Performance, winning the latter. But which song won Record of the Year that year? A, Work by Rihanna and Drake. B, Formation by Beyonce. C, Hello by Adele. Or D, 7 Years by Lucas Graham.
I'm going to guess Hello by Adele.
And you're correct. That is the one.
Yeah.
Adele, Mike, it's one of those things like Adele, one of the most beautiful voices of all time. We can't silence Adele. So the song was actually a sleeper hit. 21 Pilots Stressed Out, that is, peaking at number 2 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, giving the duo their first top 10 hit in the U.S. The song topped the U.S. Billboard Hot Rock Songs for a record 23 weeks. It also peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Adult Top 40, Rock Airplay, and Mainstream Top 40, and it led 21 Pilots to become the first rock act to have a song reach 1 billion streams on Spotify. They were the first. Stressed Out was certified 13 times platinum by the RIAA.
We all know what TikTok is, but before that was called TikTok, it was called Musically, and I remember like every other song was, because at the time Musically was strictly just taking a song, maybe like maybe like a high pitched version of it because that was trending for some reason, and just make your own kind of lip sync to it rather than what TikTok is now. It's a variety of different things, and Stressed Out was one I remember seeing a bunch from people back in the day. I think that definitely made me a fan of it.
I don't know that I've ever heard that before, so that's good to know. So it's called Musically? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, musical.ly. Musical before it became.
Oh, wow. Seth, did you know this?
2019.
I did not know that.
No,
Wow.
I did not know that. Thank you.
I just thought TikTok came out of nowhere. I was just like, oh, what is this platform all of a sudden? No, that's good to know.
We changed our name to a clock. People were like, oh, we got to check this out now.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah. I mean, clocks are fashionable, especially watches. All right. So 21 Pilots, they were also independently releasing 2 albums at the time. They had 21 Pilots self-titled in 2009 And then regional at best in 2011, which is hard to find. Their label debut, Vessel, in 2013 became the second album in history on which every track received at least a gold certification. That's crazy. They achieved breakthrough success, of course, with their fourth album, Blurryface, producing hit singles like Stressed Out, Ride, and it became the first album on which every track received at least a gold certification from the Recording Industry Association of America, or RIAA. The release of Heathens also made the group the first alt artist in history to have two concurrent top 5 singles in the Billboard Hot 100, and the third rock act in history to have 2 singles simultaneously chart in the top 5 of the Billboard Hot 100, joining the Beatles and Elvis. That's crazy company right there. The duo has released 4 more studio albums: Trench in 2018, Scaled and Icy in 2021, Clancy in 2024, and Breach just last year, 2025. They've also garnered 13 number 1 songs on the alternative airplay chart, tying with Green Day for the 3rd most. All right, so I know, Seth, you didn't rewatch this video, but we'll talk a little bit about the music video. And real quick, if you've got anything to mention on that, Victor, please let us know. What did you think of the music video for Stressed Out? Do you remember it?
Oh, I definitely do. It's one of my favorite music videos of all time. And I just love certain aspects of it. I think probably a few seconds in, he's on like a little bicycle and just kind of rolling around the road, and he, as well as his buddy, are like doing a very nice handshake before they enter the song. And I really like that because it's supposed to be like a nostalgia song, and I really thought that was a cute aspect of it. And I really like the one part where they're on the bed and they're hovering above him, where they say, "Wake up, you need to make money," and they're all hovering. And I thought that was a great part of it. And yeah, and honestly, I think all 21 Pilots' song or music videos are all great, because the Ride one is spectacular, but Heathens one is like incredible. And I believe they also used that song for Suicide Squad, which I think.
Right. Yeah, that was the soundtrack. Yep.
Yeah, and like lots of great stuff from all their music videos, and I really like it.
I agree. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I love the 3-wheelers riding around. I mean, it's funny to see them at first, but then you're just like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then they're drinking Capri Suns on the curb. You know, they have that nostalgia for the old Capri Suns. I would always stab the straw through the back. You know, it's like my drink is ruined. What's going on?
And also, another reason as to why I'm a big fan of the song is I definitely relate to it now. Or I want to go back because I'm 18 years old and I'm already soon to be going to college, and it's like, oh, it's all happening too fast, but I'm ready.
Right? Yeah.
It's like, wow, I can't believe that it's now over.
Life comes at you fast. It's for sure. Yeah. So we're gonna move now into our TikTok song poll results. So this is a question I put out on TikTok and YouTube. Before every episode, I ask, hey, what is your favorite, whatever the artist is that we're going to be covering? So this week, of course, I asked, what is your favorite 21 Pilot song? So first, Victor, what is your favorite 21 Pilot song?
Well, it's the one I wanted to do at first before I realized, oh, there's not enough cover songs. It's Ride. And I feel that's probably not only my favorite 21 Pilot song, but probably my favorite song of all time. Like that, like every time I hear that song, that like gives me the feels to get back to, I believe, 2015 when that came out. And it's just like so great. And like I mentioned earlier, like the music videos to that song is great. And I feel the few covers I have heard of that, especially going once again to Pentatonic, I really enjoyed their cover of that, especially when they're kind of like doing the start of it, and just their way of like covering the beginning parts of the song. I thought was really fascinating, and just an overall absolute nostalgic throwback song.
Great choice. I mean, that is just a fabulous track. Seth, what is your favorite 21 Pilot song?
Again, I'm in agreement with Victor. That is, Ride is my favorite 21 Pilot song.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, Ride is in my top 3, but Tear in Your Heart from the same album, Blurryface. Tear in Your Heart is the one that it got me loving 21 Pilots. It got me like going, okay, these guys are awesome. I can't deny their talent anymore. And I actually got to see them live a couple times at some festival shows. And their live performances are so good. And they just, they're like, oh, I want to climb this giant rafter. Okay, let's just climb this and hopefully not fall and hurt ourselves. And it's funny, as we get into these TikTok poll results, I'll go ahead and just mention the very first comment I got. I'm like, wait, what? And I had to think about it. But the very first comment, somebody said their favorite was their version of Seven Nation Army. And I'm like, oh, yeah, they performed Seven Nation Army at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony for the White Stripes, and they did such a very original, unique version of that song. Of course, after Seth and I already recorded our Seven Nation Army episode, but they had these headpieces on that looked like chain curtains hanging from their faces. So they're always with fashion and design and set pieces, and then on top of that, they just go out and slay it. So incredible band, great song. Heathens was mentioned once, but yeah, so I'll go ahead and run down the tops here. So the top of the tops, Migraine had the most votes. Right behind Migraine was Oldies Station. And then tied for third, I should say, we had Ode to Sleep, Isle of Flightless Birds, Tear in My Heart, Leave the City, and Chlorine. And then we also had Polarize. We had Implicit Demand for Proof, Anathema, which I can't pronounce that word, Anathema, Ride, Car Radio, Taxi Cab, Navigating. And then we keep going. Some of the other songs, Jumpsuit, Level of Concern, Routines in the Night, Drag Path, Air Catcher. Then we had Stressed Out, Smithereens, My Blood, Addict with a Pen, Saturday, Forest, Garbage, One Way Off, Lane Boy, Next Semester, and of course that Seven Nation Army cover. So let me just talk a little bit about their fan base. Now, I'm a very casual 21 Pilots fan. I like them, but their fan base is super loyal to the point where a good majority of them have their logo tattooed on them. They have lyrics tattooed on them. They go to every show that's anywhere near them. They got all their merch. They collect all their albums. They really dig into their catalog and find those deep cuts. So really loyal stuff there going on with 21 Pilots. So before we get into these lyrics, Victor, did you have anything else to add?
No, let's lyric time.
Okay, here we go. So, lyrically, it addresses the end of adolescence, touching on insecurities and millennial angst, while also discussing life challenges. Throughout the song, Joseph personifies the album's titular character, Blurryface, whose self-deprecating lyrics express self-doubt, anxiety, stress over personal issues ranging from his music to the idea of becoming an adult. So again, like you were talking about, Victor, the relativity there. Here are the lyrics now to Stressed Out. I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice that sang some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older, all my fears would shrink. But now I'm insecure and I care what people think. My name's Blurryface and I care what you think. My name's Blurryface, and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. We're stressed out. Sometimes a certain smell will take me back to when I was young. How come I'm never able to identify where it's coming from? I'd like to make a candle out of it if I ever found it, try to sell it, never sell out of it. I'd probably only sell one. It'd be to my brother, because we have the same nose, same clothes, homegrown, a stone's throw from a creek we used to roam. But it would remind us of when nothing really mattered. Out of student loans and treehouse homes, we all would take the ladder. My name's Blurryface, and I care what you think. My name's Blurryface, and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship, and then we'd fly it far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at our face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. And then it goes and repeats different lines there, but that's the gist of it. But Victor, got to ask you, what's one of your favorite lyrics from that song?
One of my favorite lyrics is easily, now I'm insecure and I care what people think, because unfortunately I am like that. And just again, all of this song is, I think, is really great. And the whole like melody part where they're saying, "We're going to work a ship and let's fly far away." I really like that because it shows like we have these big dreams when we're young, and we want to take off and have all these things, and yeah, we just want to do it. And of course, wake up, you need to make money. We all need to do that.
Well, I love the ones you picked. Those are all great. The first one you mentioned, though, the now I'm insecure and I care what people think. I think everyone is like that, whether they admit it or not. And for 21 Pilots to go out and just show that vulnerability and that heart on your sleeve, there is so great because, yeah, I think everybody feels that way. It's just some people's their egos and their pride gets in the way, and they'll never fess up to it, whether they believe it or not. Seth, what are some of your favorite lyrics from the song?
I enjoy all the lyrics, but my favorite probably is "We used to play pretend, give each other different names." I love that. I get stuck on that lyric in my mind. Once I hear it, I can't think of anything else.
Pure nostalgia. I mean, the reason I got aJaX, and I don't think I haven't told this in forever, but in third grade, I was sitting at a table with two girls, and their names were Dawn and Joy, and they called me aJaX. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that stuck. I told them that they were dishwashing liquids, and so that's why they called me aJaX. But yeah, I mean, I can perfectly relate to that. And then, I'll give you two lines that I liked a lot. I like the line, "I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sing," because that very line doesn't rhyme with the first part of the song. And that's like the first stanza you hear from them, and you're just like, oh, these guys have a great sense of humor. Speaking of sense of humor, the other one that I like is from the second verse, where out of student loans and treehouse homes, we all would take the ladder. And the play on words there, they're talking about not only treehouse homes as the ladder in that's the second option in the actual sentence, but also the ladder. If you have a treehouse home, you take the ladder, ladder. So I love the wordplay there. I'm a sucker for wordplay. So anytime that gets into a song, gotta love it.
And,
All right, so go ahead. Yeah, one more thing.
Hold on, what was the first one you picked, aJaX? Again?
The first one was I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang.
Yeah, and I feel like that's probably a thought that goes into a lot of kids' heads. Like, why do we have to rhyme? Which I think is probably just to make it easier to remember for a song.
Are you ready now, Victor, for your surprise?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is a parody that I wrote 10 years ago when the song Stressed Out came out. Here we go. I wish I had some chicken given to me by General So. I wish I had some crab rangoon and maybe some egg rolls. I wish I had the guts to call and order something new. I wish I didn't have to put soy sauce on everything. I was told that it'd be cheaper if I ordered me a drink, but I've got Pepsi here, so I'll just order stuff to eat. Bring it to my place, 'cause I need something to eat. Feed it to my face, 'cause I need something to eat. Wish I don't have to cook. Stay at home all day. When my belly starts to growl at me, we order takeout. Wish I don't have to cook. Eat Chinese all day. When my belly starts to growl at me, we order takeout. Order takeout. Sometimes I want some mushu pork and some kung pao. Sometimes I want some chicken that is sweet and sour. I eat a bunch of egg rolls and some deep fried wontons, but if I got some spring rolls, I'd probably only eat one. I'd order beef and broccoli because it's appealing to my nose. With the side of fried rice that is so nice, I will eat it all. But it reminds me of a time when I thought chopsticks mattered, but between using them and using a fork, well, I prefer the latter. Bring it to my place, 'cause I need something to eat. Feed it to my face, 'cause I need something to eat. Wish I don't have to cook. stay at home all day. When my belly starts to growl at me, we order takeout. Wish I don't have to cook. Eat Chinese all day. When my belly starts to growl at me, we order takeout. We used to say in bed after reading our fortunes, but we never ate the cookie because it tasted like floor crumbs. We ate the egg drop soup, but it made us want to poop, and the texture was always so runny. We used to say in bed after reading our fortunes, but we never ate the cookie because it tasted like floor crumbs. We ate the egg drop soup, but it made us want to poop, and the texture was always so runny. Yeah, so I said drock soup, but whatever. All right, so there's the gist of it. There's takeout. And I will send you a link to the polished version of that song that I actually recorded and put online.
I think it's on every single person I know.
Great, do that. And it's on Audio Mac. It sounds infinitely better than whatever you just heard there. We have one more matter of business, and that is covers versus the original. So we'll start with you, Victor. Are any of these covers better than the original from 21 Pilots? Okay, that simple answer there.
Yeah.
Seth, what do you think? Are any of these covers better?
The OG is so good that I'm not sure that anybody ever could beat it.
I agree. Yeah, I loved Bars and Melody, but I didn't love it at first. I was taken aback, and then it became my number one. So yeah, I mean, the 21 Pilots version is so good. They're such an original artist. They're an original duo. I don't think anybody sounds anything like them, and I don't think anybody ever will. Before we go on, before we wrap things up here, Seth, are you interested to know who's going to be on our show next week and what song they chose?
I am very interested.
Okay. So, Victor, you might know this person as well. So, appearing on our program next week will be another Saturday Night Network featured guest, and that is Shari Fesco. And Shari picked out a song that I'm pretty sure you guys will know. It is Walk This Way by Run DMC featuring Aerosmith. So, Walk This Way. And what's unique about that is, yeah, it's a cover featuring the original artist, but we're gonna go both ways. We're gonna have a playlist that features not only the Run DMC version of Walk This Way, but also covers of the original Walk This Way by Aerosmith. So it should be a great time. And Seth, before we mention where the folks can find more Cover Wars, Victor, where can people get in contact with you and your shows and all the stuff you got going on?
You can check me out at I'm Live 419. That's my Twitter handle, and you can check me also at I'm Live on Instagram. But instead of 419, it's 00000. And as aJaX mentioned in the beginning, I have a podcast all about SNL movies with my co-host Johnny Watson, aka Oversimplified Productions. And so far, we have our first 2 episodes out right now. Our first episode talk about grown-ups, starring a bunch of 90s SNL cast members, and then we have Blues Brothers talking, starring the one and only Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. And the other day we just recorded an episode of Boomerang, starring Eddie Murphy. And if they goes together well, our next episode should be about Stranger Than Fiction, the Will Ferrell movie.
Nice.
And we're doing just a few of them by ourselves, as our good friends D. Spears and Casey Killingsworth said. The 10 episodes do by yourself before you bring on a guest, and me and Johnny are going to stick to that. And after that, we'll have a bunch of guests on here because we have people joining us that I know, like you, aJaX, and Seth. If you want to show up, I will gladly have you. And check it out. If you like movies and you like SNL, it's a great place to check it out. And if you don't like either, still check it out. We do a good job.
No, I think you guys have a great chemistry. I think, the show is fun. I listened to the Blues Brothers one all the way through and really, really enjoyed it. So thanks for being on the show, too. Thanks for joining us here on this episode of Cover Wars. Seth, where can the folks find us for more Cover Wars?
We are at Cover Wars on YouTube, Cover Wars on TikTok and Facebook. You can email us at coverwarspodcast@gmail.com. And thank you again, Victor, for coming on.
Yeah, this was so much fun. Good times. And hey, if you're ever out there and you're all alone and you don't know where to go, for songs covered by artists other than the original, Seth and I, and sometimes Victor, we've got you covered. Bye, everybody.